Today, we are diving into a question I get all the time. Can I train my 2 dogs at once? If you have more than one dog, this is something you might have asked yourself. Or maybe you've even tried it. So let's clear it up today and talk about why training 2 dogs simultaneously does not work and what you can do instead. First off, training is a lot like having a conversation. Think of it as explaining something step by step to a friend who's learning a new skill. In training, we set up a specific environment that makes it easy for our dog to understand what we are asking. We break things down into small steps and reward them for each step they get right. If our dog is struggling or seems confused, we adjust things, maybe by making the task simpler or changing the setting. That is what effective training is all about: explaining the goal behavior we have in mind and adjusting our approach and the environment based on how our dog responds. Training is not just a physical task when we're giving commands. It's mentally engaging for both the human and the dog. As a dog trainer, you need to be fully present and focused on your dog. If you expect 100% attention from them, then you need to give them 100% of your attention too. In other words, you both need to be in the zone together. So, if you are trying to train 2 dogs at once, it is like trying to have 2 different conversations with 2 different people at the same time. It just does not work. And each dog is unique. They learn at different speeds, they respond differently, they have their own strengths and areas that need extra help. It's simply not possible for you to give each dog the support they need if you are dividing your attention between them. Even for accomplished professional dog trainers, training 2 dogs at once is simply not happening. The pros know that each dog deserves their full attention and focus, which is why you will always see a pro trainer working with 1 dog at a time in any effective training setting. And your dog deserves the same consideration. Training is a process that requires clear one-on-one conversations. And if you are distracted by another dog, you are not being fair to either dog. Now, here's where people often get confused. And this is an important distinction. There is a big difference between training a behavior and cueing a behavior that is already trained. Once a behavior is fully trained, meaning your dog understands it and can respond consistently, then yes, you can, of course, give that cue to multiple dogs at once. For example, let's say you have several dogs and you have trained each of them to come when called in individual one-on-one sessions. Of course, you can then call all of your dogs at once, like on a walk, and they will all come running. But during the initial training, while you're still teaching the behavior, you need those one-on-one sessions to build the understanding first. So, here's the takeaway. If you want your dog's full attention during training, they deserve your full attention as well. When we're asking our dogs to learn something new, we need to set up an environment where they can succeed. And that means keeping things simple, focused, highly rewarding, and training 1 dog at a time. You will find that your dog learns faster and the process is a lot less frustrating for everyone involved. Now, you might be wondering, okay, I will train separately, but how do I make this work? Here are a few tips to easily involve this into your day-to-day routine. First, plan for those separate sessions. Plan short, focused sessions with each dog in a quiet space. You do not need to spend hours. Just a few minutes of focused, highly rewarding training can make a big difference. And rotate time and space. While you're training 1 dog, give the other dogs something to do elsewhere, such as a favorite toy or treat puzzle to keep them entertained. If you want to, you can also teach them to both be present in the training session and to know how to take turns. And we actually have another video where we show you how to do exactly that. Shy.
Please stand by.
Stay consistent. With each dog, keep the training cues and exercises consistent and make adjustments based on their individual progress. Each dog is unique, and you will find that if you train the same behavior to 2 different dogs, they will both progress at different speeds and need different help at different times. You will always get the best training results if you watch the dog in front of you and adapt your training based on how they are doing. Remember, Training two dogs is not about rushing them to get them both doing the same behaviors at the same time. It's about building a clear, solid understanding with each dog individually. And once you have done that, then you can give cues also to a group of dogs. But always teach them individually first, and only once they respond consistently to the cues, then you can use them in a group setting. As always, if you have any questions or feedback, just drop it in the comments, and I watch you. Happy individual training!